4x4 Diecast Racing.
Diecast Endurance Car Series. 12 teams, 24 drivers, 1 champion. It's showtime.
Welcome to 4x4 Diecast Racing. I am your host, Cletus Papadopoulos, and today you're watching round 2 of the Diecast Endurance Car Series main event, 12 Hours of Sebring. Well, Scooter, here we are for the main event, and what I've realized after watching the heat races, well, every one of these teams, they're fast, and they have a realistic chance of winning this race. Absolutely. And I couldn't agree with you anymore. One thing to remember, the LMP class and the GT class will be racing at the same time.
Cletus, we have a nice crowd on hand, and the drivers are eager to get this race started.
Before we move on, we have a new addition to the team. Jada Maisti will be taking on the replay duties.
It's a pleasure to be here, and I'm glad to be a part of the team.
And now, we'd like to acknowledge some of our venue sponsors. First, Bros Barbecue. It has a taste so good, it make you want to slap your mama. Again, that's Bros Barbecue, some of the best barbecue around. Secondly, we have McDowell's, home of the Big Mick.
That's making me hungry.
The teams and drivers are just about set to make their way to the start gate. Without further ado, let's introduce the competitors. First, we have Ian Parks from Parks Racing Team, followed by Ty Frozo and Miami Mike from Elephant Racing. Madness Motorsports managed to get 2 of their drivers in the main event, Tux McBee and High Octane. In between them both, El Diablo Don from Diablo Ridge Racing. And now we're moving on to the LMP class. Cupcake from Rust Belt Diecast Racing led the way, followed by Melissa Seguin of 6-37 Racing, followed by Octavio Moran from Red Storm GP. Then you're going to have Turtle from Rust Belt Diecast Racing. Then Cesar Jimenez. Finally, Matthew Harding from NZ Racing. For lap number 1, sitting on the front row and pole, Cupcake, followed by Melissa Seguin, Octavio Moran, and Turtle. Second row, Cesar Jimenez, Matthew Harding, Ian Parks, and Ty Frozo. Third row, Miami Mike, Tux McBee, El Diablo Don, and High Octane. For lap number 1, turn number 1, Cupcake has the lead. Coming out of the hairpin into the skate, Cupcake holds the lead along the back straight. But here comes Octavio Moran. Cupcake is going to hold him off for lap number 1.
Coming out of the chicane, we have a red flag involving Turtle and El Diablo Don.
And moving on to lap number 2, holding the spot on the front row and pole, Cupcake, followed by Octavio Moran, Melissa Seguin, Cesar Jimenez, Miami Mike, Ian Parks, Tux McBee, Matthew Harding, Ty Frozo, High Octane, El Diablo Don, and Turtle. We have a tight group going into turn number 1 in the chicane. Cupcake has a big crash. That opens the door for Octavio Moran. But here comes Melissa Seguin. She's going to take lap number 2, followed by Tux McBee.
Cletus, that was a brutal crash involving Cupcake. Let's hope he's alright.
And as a result of Cupcake's crash, disaster strikes Team Elephant Racing with Ty Frozo and Miami Mike failing to complete the lap.
Guys, as we take a look at the replay, both drivers entered the chicane at the same time, and neither was willing to give up that spot. As a result, they both crashed on this lap.
For lap number 3, Melissa Seguin is going to take over the top spot, followed by Tux McBee, Octavio Moran, and Ian Parks. Second row, Cesar Jimenez, High Octane, Matthew Hardy, and El Diablo Don. Third row, Turtle, Ty Frozo, Cupcake, and Miami Mike.
Torch McBee is on the front row. Let's see what he can do with open air.
And we're green for lap number 3. Melissa Siegel takes the lead. Touch McBee has a big crash. Melissa Siegel has a slight lead, while Octavio Moran sneaks past her on the last turn to take lap number 3.
This is getting out of control. Team Rust Belt Racing and Team Elephant Racing, well, they're going at it again. Cupcake and Ty Frozo failed to complete this lap. And Turtle had a mishap coming out of the hairpin. Both Madness Motorsport drivers, they were involved in separate crashes, and they have failed to complete the lap.
Both teams are going to have to settle down if they hope to win this race.
Just past the midway point, Octavio Moran is going to take over P1, followed by Melissa Siegel, Ian Parks, and Miami Mike. Row 2, Cesar Jimenez, Matthew Harding, El Diablo Don, and Cupcake. Row 4, Turtle, Ty Frozo, High Octane, and Tux McBee.
Cletus Team Red Storm GP is looking really strong in this race. I think they found something.
Clean start for lap number 4. Octavio Moran has the lead coming out of the chicane into the hairpin. Moran holds the lead, but here comes Ian Parks, and he's going to sneak past to win lap number 4. Followed by Miami Mike, El Diablo Don, and Octavio Moran. Here we are for lap number 5, and Ian Parks is going to hold down P1, followed by Miami Mike, El Diablo Don, and Octavio Moran. Row 2, Cesar Jimenez, Cupcake, Matthew Harding, and Tux McBee. Row 4, Turtle, Ty Frozo, High Octane, and Melissa Seguin. Lap number 5 is underway. Going into the chicane, we have a big crash. Chaos all throughout the chicane. Somehow Touch McBee comes out with the lead, followed by Octavio Moran, and Touch McBee is going to win lap number 5, followed by Octavio Moran and Melissa Seguin.
It's hard to say what happened on lap number 5. Somehow Touch McBee was involved, and he managed to come out of it with the lead and to win the lap.
This crash is amazing. Only a third of the field completed the lap.
And as you can see by this footage, we have a slew of vehicles that were involved in the crash, and they ended up in the hairpin.
Just terrible.
It's time for the white flag lap. On the front row and pole for lap number 6, Tux McBee, Octavio Moran, Melissa Seguin, and High Octane. Row 2, Matthew Harding, Cesar Jimenez, Turtle, and Ty Frozo. Row 3, Miami Mike, Ian Parks, Cupcake, and El Diablo Don. And we're green for lap number 6. Coming out of the chicane, Melissa Seguin has the lead, followed by Cupcake. Along the back straight, Melissa Seguin breaks away from the pack, and she's going to win round 2 of the Diecast Endurance Car Series 12 Hours of Sebring.
Cupcake, Ian Parks, and High Octane were involved in the crash at turn number 6. Miami Mike and Matthew Harding gets tangled up, and here's the result of the crash.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give it a round of applause for all your competitors who competed here today at War Night Wars Diecast Endurance Car Series 12 Hours of Sebring. And now, for your champions, in third place, from Red Storm GP, Cesar Jimenez. And in second place, also from Red Storm GP, Octavio Moran. And your winner for round 2 of the Diecast Endurance Car Series 12 Hours of Sebring from Team 6-37 Racing, Melissa
And here's how the competitors finished at the conclusion of the race. First place, Melissa Seguin, Octavio Moran, Cesar Jimenez, Tux McBee, Ty Frozo, Cupcake, Ian Parks, High Octane, Miami Mike, Turtle, Matthew Harding, and El Diablo Don. Later this week, check on War Night 4's Facebook page for an update of the total point standings for the Diecast Endurance Car Series. Well, race fans, that's my time. On behalf of my co-hosts, Chuck McAvee, Scooter Douglas, and Regina Milford, I'm your host, Cletus Papadopoulos. Thank you for watching, and good night.
War on I for Diecast Racing.